Welcome guys to another episode of United Transfer Talk, and in this one I've got three stories that has been catching my eye over the past week surrounding United. And the first one is to do with another playmaker that we have been linked to, and this time is a new player to the channel, and it's Mesut Özil. And as you know, Mesut Özil struck stardom when he played really well for Germany in that infamous 2010 World Cup, which as an England supporter we all remember what happened in the quarterfinal against Germany, where him and Khedira and Manuel Neuer all really came to the prominent of the world's eye and really just made his move from Werder Bremen to Real Madrid, and since then gone on to better and greater things. Developed himself physically and technically as a player, and has come to a status now where he is regarded as one of the best number 10s in the world. Obviously, Ozil, 24 years old, so it's a very good age if you're going to buy a kind of like already established star, but obviously have the potential still to develop further into a world class and world beater, if you like. So in that regard, Mesut Özil fit the profile that the club are looking for, although the price and the wages wouldn't be cheap for a player of his already established caliber. The reason that this transfer has been coming up is of the imminent incoming 200 of Gareth Bale. Obviously the deal is going to take place, I think apparently by Tuesday, where he's going to have a stage at the Bernabeu and he's going to be revealed to the faithful of Real Madrid. And in that respect, Özil and some of the other players are seeking assurances from Ancelotti about their current status in the first team, but he hasn't been guaranteed that. And the extra incentive for this year is because it's a World Cup year, then they would need to play regularly in the first team in order to feature within their country's plans. And with Germany burgeoning talent pool, Özil, although he probably will be an automatic starter no matter what because of the talent he possesses, he's going to need to prove his fitness and form going to this World Cup, because there are players there vying for his place, the likes of Andre Schürrle, Mauro Götze, obviously the biggest threat to his number 10 role for Germany. So Mesut Özil would be a target, and there has been possibilities. Graham Hunter, a very respected Spanish journalist based over there, so he's been saying that Mesut Özil's father has been contacting various Premier League clubs, and it seems that United are at the forefront after admitting defeat in the pursuit of Cesc Fabregas. So Mesut Özil, I don't think. First of all, I want to say that Mesut Özil is a great player, and I would be, welcoming with both hands. But again, I really don't think he is the sort of player that we should be targeting, because Mesut Özil, like I said at the beginning, he is a prominently number 10. So that means we already have two, I believe, world-class players in Shinji Kagawa and Wayne Rooney operating, or prefer to operate in that number 10 slot. So Mesut Özil, he might be forced to drop a deeper. He can play on the wings as well, which could be a bonus for David Moyes. But again, this still likely won't be cheap. The quoted price is around 35 to 40 million pounds. So again, not cheap, but for the price bracket and the current climate of the 90 million pound deal for Gareth Bale, and also he is only 24, Mesut Özil. He definitely add definite quality to our attacking lineup, and for the price has the potential to be a world class star. So Mesut Özil, we pursued him around after the World Cup, but he chose Madrid. Again, this is probably the best time we could get him for. But again, I don't think it should hide the fact that we need a out-and-out central midfielder. But again, like I said, Özil, I would definitely welcome him with open arms, because he is a world-class footballer. And in order to win trophies, you need a few world, game changers in your squad. And Mesut Özil, I believe, would definitely bring that stardust quality to our team. So what do you guys think of Mesut Özil to United? At the moment, I would rate this transfer out of 6 out of 10, because it looks like he is willing to go, but again, it hinges on whether David Moyes really feel that we need another 10 to the current squad. And the second story I'll be talking about is obviously Marouane Fellaini and Baines. It's a combined story because of the bid from United to Everton last week, and I didn't feel that I wrote an article on the website. You can check out ManUnitedDaily, and I wrote about it there where it was a joint bid of £28 million for Marouane Fellaini and Baines, and Everton rejected it, saying it was this is sorry or let's see sorry or something like that. Sorry, I can't remember the word exactly, and also just basically summing up is distasteful, and that it was disrespecting the stature and of the players and also the stature of the club itself. So in that regard, it's below valuation, but you're not gonna go into a market saying, oh yes, we're gonna give you £40 million straight away for Fellaini and Baines. You're gonna try to negotiate to get them as cheap as possible, and 28 million, 23 million, 28 million pounds doesn't seem a lot, but if you break it down, Baines, he is nearing his 29th birthday, so his valuation probably around 12 to 15 million pounds. And Marouane Fellaini, I know probably a bit low for 16 million pounds, but again, I think it's a good starting point for United anyway. I don't think people overreacted saying that, oh, it was disrespectful, etc. I think you just have to aim for those sort of things when you are in business, and you just have to try to buy players on what you think is the lowest possible kind of like valuation you have, because you don't want to offer him that 40 million straight away. Anyway, I think a deal could be reached by the end of the window. Obviously, we only have 8 days left, so there's still a lot of time, because it's not like they have to fly halfway around the world to get to Old Trafford and get a medical done, sign a deal, etc. But I think more likely is to happen is probably we might come back with, say, a 22 million offer for Fellaini, and then try again for around £14 million for Baines if necessary. The ongoing rumours about Butner going on loan to Besiktas and Fenerbahce are ongoing, but again, I have to say I don't know whether we really need Baines. Yes, again, like Özil, very good player. I would definitely have him. But again, would you really have a great left back in Evra? Would either one of them be happy to sit on the bench? Because Baines, what is used to a game week in, week out, so does Patrice Evra. So that is the kind of like questions you have to ask yourself, whether it's worth it to keep an unhappy player and just keep rotating him. So in that regard, I really don't think Baines should be pursued. Yes, he's a great player, like I said, but if we were going to go for a left back and English, go for Luke Shaw. I mean, yes, he signed a new contract, like a lot of you guys made me aware, and I was aware of that before. But if you're going to offer him 15-20 million pounds to Southampton next summer, when Patrice Evra is likely to come on the wane, then obviously that offer to Luke Shaw and Southampton will be very lucrative and would be definitely an attractive offer. But again, I think more likely to happen is maybe United and David Moyes will focus on the Fellaini aspect of the deal, offering £20 million to about £25 million, probably the maximum, and then we'll go and see. And obviously, if we do confirm our pursuit of Mesut Özil, then obviously that changes the dynamic of the midfield once again. So it's an interesting time to be talking about it, but I do think that Fellaini is probably the more realistic target at this time. So in that transfer, it'll be a 7 out of 10, because I think Fellaini does want to come to United, and the price is probably more within reach at this moment in time. So 7 out of 10 for Fellaini. Baines, I would still put as a 6 out of 10, although I probably won't have much faith in that particular transfer target now. And the last and third story I'm going to be talking about is to do with Wayne Rooney. Obviously, you guys probably become a bit tired of him, like myself, but we have to talk about it because of the ongoing rumours. Mourinho obviously playing very good mind games again, saying this week, oh, he won't make a bid until after the game, which basically cements his view that he's going to make a bid anyway. So that is kind of like a good mind game, because if you think about it, guys, it's a win-win situation with Chelsea and Mourinho, because once before he's going to unsettle Rooney whether or not he makes the bid, and because he's not making an official bid, it seems as though he is, I'm doing air quotes, saying that he's doing it from an ethical point of view. So it's a win-win, painting him and Chelsea as the angel guardian over the world of football. Doesn't want to hurt the feelings of United, but again, also having a devil, that comedy sketch where you have a devil on one shoulder, the angel on one shoulder, is probably what Mourinho is playing right now, because on the other side, by saying that statement in public, it's basically having a devil stabbing David Moyes and United in the back, saying that, oh, we're going to be after him anyway, because, David Moyes, Jose Mourinho playing his games well. David Moyes, trust me, I don't think he's going to be, intimidated by the special one, if you want to call him that, because I think David Moyes is experienced enough, and if he does feel that he needs a bit of advice, who else he's going to get advice on but Sir Alex Ferguson, probably the best mind game player of all time. So I don't think David Moyes will be fearing any of this sort of like nonsense from Mourinho. He's saying, there's a report saying that Mourinho will come back with a 40 million offer, and the interesting twist is that he might be tempted to, bid perhaps £25 million and throwing in Juan Mata as part of that deal. And I don't know whether you guys should think about it, but I still wouldn't take Juan Mata and £20 million or £25 million for Wayne Rooney, because although Mata, his stats says that he's been very consistent and has been one of the great players over the last few years in the Premier League, I think overall Wayne Rooney is still present a better package as a player than Juan Mata. Obviously, not right now, because Rooney's thrown toys out of his pram, wanted a transfer to our nearest rival, arguably. So in that regard, I don't think, as a situation right now, Rooney's probably not on the same scale or level as Juan Mata, but once he's back to his best, Rooney, I think, on his day, that barring any special things, he's probably just below the level of Ronaldo and Messi, and I really truly believe that. It's an interesting offer. A lot of you guys would buy your hands off, for that 25 million plus Juan Mata deal. And obviously Chelsea announced today on Sunday, the 25th of August, that they've just signed or agreed a deal with Angie for Willian. So they're adding a lot of central attacking midfielders, that number 10 role. So they're having a lot of players in that preferred role, and Rooney likes to play that role particularly, but also leading the line. So in that regard, it's interesting. I don't think Mourinho fancies Juan Mata too much because of his diminutive size, and but again, I think that's a foolish act for Mourinho, really, if he is going to get rid of Juan Mata. So I don't know what you guys think of that. I'm sure a lot of you guys would seriously think about that Juan Mata deal, but I myself would still keep Rooney, because I think if you counterbalance it, I think it would strengthen Chelsea, but it would add to our squad, obviously, but it wouldn't be the game changer that it would if Rooney were to go to Chelsea in the deal. So what do you guys think of that deal? Right now, I would give this transfer a 2 out of 10, because like I said a few weeks ago, I really don't think Rooney is going to go to Chelsea, because United and David Moyes stance that he's not going to go anywhere this summer, because they know that unless they find an adequate replacement, then no deal is going to happen, domestically anyway. So 2 out of 10 for this Wayne Rooney deal. What do you guys think of this story? Leave a comment below. So there you guys have it for my video of United transfer talk, and in this video I covered the Mesut Özil piece, the bid of Fellaini and Baines, and also the ongoing transfer saga of Wayne Rooney. If you guys have any comment below, please leave them below. I'll try to get back as many as I can, and also the interaction between you guys are really funny at times, and having a go at each other, etc. So in that regard, it's really, really good that you guys are interacting with one another. We're all just United fans trying to see what we make of the current situation, obviously. So guys, again, thanks for watching this video. You can check me out at ManUnitedDaily, or go to the website at ManUnitedDaily.com. You can write for the site as well. Just send your article or fan artwork to ManUnitedDaily@gmail.com. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.